This is the BBC.
This podcast is supported by advertising outside the UK.
This is the Zoe Ball Podcast.
Hello, poddy people. The end of another week on the Radio 2 Breakfast Show. We have had some fun this week, haven't we, team?
Yes.
Solo yes.
Have
from
we?
Richie.
Well,
we have
I'm
had
not
so
sure.
much fun.
I can't believe it's only been 3 weeks. In a good way, it feels like 3 months.
What of us being here?
Prefix that in a good way. You
I
know,
know.
it's just been 3 weeks, but we've packed so much in.
We have packed so much in. I do hope it doesn't feel like 3 months for everybody who's listening at home, and then it feels like a fresh 3 weeks, and they're not
been here for
already thinking,
ages.
oh, enough already, people. Where do we even start? Mel Gedroych came in this week to talk about Eurovision.
Oh, she's fab.
So much fun. We launched the 500 words competition. We had our breakfast club. We had the kids in. So that was great fun. And people are sending their stories in already. What else has happened this week, Mike?
Well, I always love the Friday shows. You know, the dust is just settling here on another brilliant Friday show. Sigrid, how amazing was she performing live? She was the sound of 2018, I think, the list last year, and it's just been an incredible 12 months for her. And just meeting David Tennant as well, and Sue Perkins as well. I think are these David Tennant's biscuits?
They are Neil Gaiman's biscuits. He wrote Good Omens, which stars David Tennant alongside Terry Pratchett.
So he
Tina
brought them
Daheley,
in.
you were very excited about David Tennant.
Yes.
weren't you?
Oh, he's
such a legend.
and a nice man and
gorgeous.
and wore a great jumper.
And a great jumper as well.
Sigrid, also a big fan of. What a great role model for girls. Not
She
to sound
is.
too worthy, but you know she is.
She is.
So
She's
normal.
wonderful. She doesn't overdo it. She
No.
doesn't. She's just real. She works really hard.
so down to
Amazing
earth. We were
voice.
chatting about snow in Norway.
I loved that. There were some great conversations going on. My stomach's really rumbling badly, so if it kicks off, I'm so sorry. It was going crazy during Sigrid. I don't want that whole. Can you hear it?
Oh, my God.
That was a big one. So mental. It's horrible.
Yeah,
I'm
have a biscuit.
Terribly
Have
sorry,
a biscuit
everybody.
if you want one.
One of my highlights of the week as well was seeing Richie sandwiched between Chris Pratt and Elizabeth Banks talking about the Lego Movie 2.
Mm-hmm.
You have to come in and do your job in front of all these people
know,
who are our
I know.
heroes.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
Well, the best thing is when you sit down, they kind of say, what do you do then? That was meant to be American. What do you do then? And they'll say, I do the travel on the breakfast show. What's that? Well, funnily enough, I'd kind of talk about the roads and where there's congestion. And then Elizabeth Banks was like, can I have a go? And then I was like, yeah, go for it. And then she did the traffic report where she mentioned that there were delays and congestions at Liverpool John Lennon Airport. And I think although there would have been a lot of stressed people at that airport, just hearing Elizabeth Banks say it just takes the edge off a bit. You know what I mean?
And hearing Chris Pratt go, there's a John Lennon airport as well, which was very good.
I love
Again,
it.
good at accents.
They look so mesmerised when they're watching you, when you're sitting there watching you doing your travel news, and they're like, oh, wow.
I know. You
This
think
is
David
incredible.
Tennant has been in Shakespeare. He's played the Dane. He's been Richard II. And he was the way he was watching you, him and Sue. And they gave you like a full review
I
afterwards.
know. I might take this on tour, this travel.
That's such a good idea.
We have to mention, though, there's one thing that
Yeah.
was a big thing on Thursday.
Oh, no.
The
Dun, dun.
5-star
Oh,
biz
God.
quiz again.
Oh, Gwen,
3 weeks in a row
Tatum
now.
and Chris, none of them have got through. We've had a big debate about it. Next week, maybe we're just going to have to rename it the quiz that no one wins.
The hardest quiz
I know.
on
But
the
It's
radio.
not that hard.
It's
Come
not
on.
that hard. Lots of people were texting and saying that they had all the questions right. The pressure. Poor Gwen. Bless her. I hope she's gotten over
Fourth
it.
time lucky this week. Everything is crossed.
I feel like it's never going to happen.
No, don't say that.
And
It's like a lottery rollover,
And it's not
isn't
because
it?
we don't want anybody to come in on a Friday either. We genuinely do.
so much
Desperate to see someone.
Also, this will always be the week of Wally Pickle, the man who rode a pogo stick and played 2 trumpets at the same time. And we thank the QI elves for bringing him into our lives, because there's no man who played 2 trumpets on a pogo stick like him. Well, good morning, folks. They are Hollywood superstars. They are back in force, saving the Legoverse in the Lego Movie 2, the second part, which is out next Friday. She has a filthy laugh. He's incredibly good at social media early in the morning. Chris Pratt, Elizabeth Banks, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Absolute delight to have the two of you here. You both look really glamorous and well turned out. I'm so sorry. This is radio. Look at me. I feel like I should have made an effort.
Glam-o-glam.
Thank you,
Come on.
Elizabeth. Thank you very, very much. Look
Yeah,
at
we
do
really
look
nice.
at this, but I sleep in this.
Do you sleep like that?
Yeah, this is my pajamas.
Yes.
You should see me when I get dressed up.
Yeah, that's true.
true.
I'll take
He
a
wakes
photo
up
for you,
like
folks.
that.
Does he? Do you look that good at this hour?
We
How
want to say
can you?
congratulations. This is 3 weeks now you've been doing this?
3 weeks in.
Everybody in the building has told me how universally loved you are.
I
That
agree.
is a lovely
everyone
thing.
is how you're crushing it. So way to go.
You see, they got the cash. They got the cash. They got the message. So, guys, you are back with Lego Movie 2, the second part. Can I say I saw it this week? I absolutely loved it. I've got to watch it just with
Yeah.
Peter Bradshaw from The Guardian. He also loved it.
Thank you, Peter Bradshaw.
What can you say at this point about the plot? Without, I don't want to give anything away.
Oh.
But what's happening in this movie?
Well, we are...
If you think about the end of the first movie,
Right?
the Duplo came, and I think it was revealed that our lead character, Finn,
Yeah.
had a sister.
Dun, dun,
Yes.
dun.
Yes.
And she came and started destroying all of his toys, as little, baby sisters often do.
That's right.
Yeah, baby sisters, baby brothers. Big brothers and big sisters too do that.
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well.
No, it's really about kids playing together.
Yeah, it is. It's, the first film, we reveal at the very end of the first film that this amazing adventure you've gone on with these Lego figures are actually, it's actually happening inside of the mind of a real life 12-year-old boy. We're going to continue that relationship, but it'll be between him and his sister. You get all the same characters plus a whole slew of new characters, new songs. It's faster, funnier. I think it's actually better, which is unbelievable because the first one is so good.
It's so good.
I'm not just bragging, but even...
No, you're bragging.
I would.
Yeah.
You are.
I'm not
okay.
saying it's good. I'm saying I'm good.
basically
the movie's really good, and we I think we
Look, the
topped
Guardian likes it, so I think you
Yeah,
can
the
brag a
Guardian
little.
likes
Yeah.
it.
That's okay.
Joy of choice.
So we
Peter
can
Bradshaw.
brag.
I thought it was better than the first one, and I loved the first one. And my kids loved the first
Amazing.
one. My kids were furious that I went to see it without them, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So you're back as Wyldstyle. You're back as Emmet. These two go together. I mean, they're such an unlikely couple, but it just works with the two of them.
Well, we're super best friends.
Yes,
special best
Super
friends.
special best friends. Yeah.
Nice.
You look like you are actually in real life as well. Will Arnett is back as Batman. We now have Tiffany Haddish. Alison Brie is back as well. There's a couple of Brits in there as well.
Yes.
Noel Fielding
Yes.
and Richard Ayoade have joined the cast.
Yes.
So we're like, yay!
Noel has one of the funniest characters in the whole movie. He plays this super metro vampire who works at a spa.
Yeah.
And
Of metrosexual, I think you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's what
works
he's
at
like
the
a very
Metro.
he's a very feminine beautiful new age vampire, and it's just amazing. There's this world called the Sistar system, which is essentially the world that the young sister has created, and Emmet and Wyldstyle are so terrified to go into the Sistar system, and this is one of the characters that exists in her mind.
I know, and it is great fun. And the thing is, Wyldstyle says she's not a fan of musicals, but the thing is, the songs in this film are just off the scale. They are so good, aren't they, Elizabeth?
They're just so fun. Well, also, we have a lot of fun with the songs and the music. We don't take anything too seriously in the movie. Everything becomes wildly emotional, honestly, but at the same time, you're just enjoying everything that you're participating in, whether you're in the movie, watching the movie. It's very hard to not tap your toe, sing along.
Yeah, these songs really get stuck inside your head.
They do get stuck inside your head. They have been for the last 2 nights. I wake up singing a certain song that I'm going to play at the end of our chat. I've seen clips of you recording, doing the voices. It looks like it's incredibly physical because obviously when you're acting, you can use your body and the cameras are on you and there. It's just your voice there. Do you get to be in the booth together, or is it kind of a solitary thing? Is it like a gang show?
We've done it both ways. We love when we get to be in the booth together because then we can really improv and bounce off of each other and sort of find a rhythm. But we did more of that in the first movie than this movie. But it's all very physical. The voice, it's part of the larger instrument that's very actorly speech. But you do need your whole body to get into it. And it's a very physical movie. It's an action movie. I mean, we're master building and fighting off evil and, flying spaceships.
Right.
And so running and jumping. And if to make that come across for the audience, you actually have to throw yourself into it.
Physically do
Literally,
that.
physically throw yourself into it.
Fantastic. And you do it so brilliantly well. All our listeners have been sending in their brick brags, okay, which are crazy things that they have built from bricks.
Let's go.
We've got roller coasters.
Oh, wow.
We've got somebody built, this is Julie and Aaron from Northumberland, actually built, as Kate and Wills got married, they built Buckingham Palace freestyle. So they've really been showing. I'm really
Did they
interested.
build Kate and Will? Because that would be fun. There must be Kate and Will
There must be Kate
minifigs.
and Will. How many sort of minifigures do you have of yourselves? Do you have a collection?
I brought 4 on this trip.
Yeah.
Nice.
Would you bring them as luck? Are they still in the box or are they allowed
They're in
out?
a little plastic baggie so that I can look at them. And now that I think about it, they seem like they're suffocating. Look, he has his with him.
I have these two right
Yeah,
here.
he has
Chris
2
Pratt
with
This
showing
him.
is
him two
Emmet
cameras.
Brickowski, and this is Rex Dangervest. And these are 2 characters that I play in this film. In Lego 2, I'm voicing a second character.
I know.
Yeah.
For ages, I was listening going, who is that voice? Is that Kurt Russell? But it is actually you, you see.
Yeah, it's me. That's amazing. I've heard that a couple of other times.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
not my intention, but
If anyone needs a cheap Kurt Russell, there's Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
No, hang on a minute.
Yes.
Hang on a minute.
Yeah, no, second-rate Kurt Russell. That's
come
what
on,
I call you.
that is. You've always called me that, and I've never. It's been a compliment every
Yes,
time
of
I've heard
course.
it.
I mean, no one can actually be Kurt Russell.
Elizabeth, so much girl power in the Lego Movie 2, but you've also just directed Charlie's Angels film. How's it gone? When can we see it? Are you excited for us to see it?
It comes out in the fall. I'm really excited too. I've always loved Charlie's Angels.
Yeah.
I grew up on sort of reruns of the TV show and Farrah Fawcett and Kate Jackson. I just loved the whole thing. And also the female empowerment in it. Like, I wanted to make a movie about women at work, and I got to do that. And also they go on a crazy adventure and they kick ass and they're super badasses and they also have a lot of fun together.
Excellent. And you play Bosley.
I do. I play the first female Bosley.
I like that twist.
Bosley's known for comic relief. I felt like I wouldn't have to take myself too seriously if I played Bosley.
Acting, directing, doing the whole lot. And Chris, we have heard that you did tell us if it's true or not. We may be seeing you again in Avengers Endgame later this year. People are asking, is that a fact?
Well, it is a fact that Avengers Endgame is coming out in a little bit. And it's also a fact that we shot a bunch of stuff, and I don't know exactly what makes the final movie or not, but I can tell you I don't know if I'm in it, but I can tell you I know that it is coming out.
Okay, thank you. So you're basically telling us nothing, but we'll accept that from you,
You're
Chris Pratt.
welcome.
That was a great way of saying absolute zero.
Yeah, thank you.
Zero.
I should be a
I thought you did a
politician.
great job.
Oh, dear.
I should be a politician.
Aggie in Plymouth texted in to say nothing beats Emmet saying good morning on BBC Radio 2 this morning. Well, nothing's going to beat this because Richie is now going to do the travel betwixt Chris Pratt and Elizabeth Banks. Take it away, Richie.
We'll start on the M6 South End. We've got 2 lanes closed from junction 25 for Bryn to 24. This is because of the snow and overrunning roadworks, and we've got severe delays of an hour behind this now. To the M62 eastbound, got severe delays at junction 10 for the Croft interchange. This is because of an accident in the roadworks. All lanes have been reopened, but Barbara's been on. Say, how long am I going to be sat here for? Over an hour, Barbara. The M5 North still closed between 24 and 23 for Bridgewater North because of an accident. Elizabeth, you said you wanted to have a go?
There's very bad news in Liverpool because of the weather. Flights to and from Liverpool John Lennon Airport currently on hold because the runway is temporarily closed due to the snowfall.
Oh, very good.
Guys, I got a future.
At all. Yeah, if the movie stuff doesn't work out.
I'm not trying to take your job.
Rich,
But I'm just saying.
Rich, get out of here.
This is the Zoe Ball Podcast.